Hey guys, welcome to another episode of It's All About the Music. Are you guys ready? This is getting crazy. Yeah. Plus 44, When Your Heart Stops Beating. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Get another load of it. Okay, we're getting crazy on this channel. We are ranking the studio albums of bands that only have one album. That's right. We're going to be putting this thing up against itself. And tonight, it's for a look at the amazing discography of Blink-182 side project Plus 44 and their amazing debut album, When Your Heart Stops Beating. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get a look at the visuals and the song titles. Produced by Mark Hoppus and Travis Barker. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. Absolutely love the green and white. It's on Interscope Records from 2006, When Your Heart Stops Beating. We're going to take a look at this album, this beautiful, beautiful album. This is one of my favorite albums of all time. Check it out. You open it up. And I get back up a little bit. You open it up. You get... who do you have there? You got those two guys. They're from another band. They're from the Nervous Return and the Mercy Killers. Check out the big plus. Can you guys see it? The big plus on this side. Beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, you can even see the plus sign through there. But this is Mark Hoppus, Travis Barker, Shane Gallagher, and Craig Fairboe. Produced by Mark and Travis. It's just a beautiful, beautiful record. It's completely underrated. In my opinion, I feel as if this is better than anything Blink-182 ever put out. And I'm a huge Blink-182 fan, but Blink-182 comes in at number 9 on my list of the greatest musicians of all time, and this comes in at number 2. So these guys are absolutely killing it. These guys are Green Day levels of good, okay? Green Day Authority, are you listening? If you guys haven't heard this is the album that rivals the greatness of Green Day's punk rock, pop punk, whatever you want to call it. If you guys stick around or fast forward through me talking, I'm going to play a cover of Plus 44 at the end of this video. So like and subscribe, stick around, fast forward through me talking about the album, but we're going to jump right in to talking about Plus 44's 2006 record, When Your Heart Stops Beating. A phenomenal record. One of my favorite pieces of music in all of history. And we're gonna sit here and talk about it. We're gonna have fun too. We're gonna be goofy. You know, I'm wearing my music review vest, which I don't usually wear out, but I like it, you know, and I think you guys like it. It's denim. What's not to like about a denim vest with no shirt on under it? I don't get to show off my tattoos very often, so we're going to jump right into Plus 44. They formed in 2005 after the initial disillusionment of Blink-182. Mark and Travis partnered with talent from the Nervous Return and the Mercy Killers, and Carol Heller of the all-girl punk quartet Get the Girl was supposed to be the co-lead singer in this, but for whatever reason, she stepped down from the position before the album came out. I'm not sure how much more she was supposed to be involved with it, but her vocals are still featured on several of the songs, and it's actually very nice. Very nice to hear from Carol Heller. I really need to check out these other bands that these people came from. But moving along, the Mark versus Tom war. And if you're a Blink fan, you know all about this. It involves stylistic and tonal differences. But here, Mark and company perfectly sync up the dark and disturbing lyrics with beautiful and strong instrumentations that give this project a deep, dark depth. Adding to the chilling subject matter and the powerhouse rhythm section, Travis Barker is just insane. He's one of the few drummers you just hear it and you know that it's him. Many of the songs deal with broken relationships, and a lot of them, I feel like Mark Hoppus is in a lengthy marriage for a rock star. So a lot of these dissolved relationship songs or these broken relationship songs, they are without a doubt about Tom. Let's cliff dive right in, shall we? Album joke. Ha ha! You want a comedy, you get comedy. Okay. Things kick into high gear with, okay, we're going to hold this up. Things kick into high gear just like the Werewolf titled opener, Lycanthrope. This song will not only have you Googling werewolf mythology, it'll have you banging your head. This is Blink-182, but with better made lyrics and angrier riffs. Carol Heller is featured on this one and is already a better vocalist than Tom DeLonge ever was or even is now. This band is better than anything Tom DeLonge has been a part of. Sorry, Blink-182. This band is just better. You could just stop talking, I get it. I hear your silence loud and clear. I know it's only a thought, but it'll get us through. So that's a little taste of Lycanthrope right there. I hope I don't get a copyright strike for that, YouTube. Shouldn't, right? So anyway, yeah. This album does a really good balancing act where it goes from fast song to slow song, fast song, slow song. And some of the best albums, some of my favorite albums do that, where it's sort of, it keeps you on your toes. And so it sort of has a smooth transition between the banger and the ballad. So the next song is Baby Come On. It has jangly guitars and sort of a loud, soft Nirvana vibe that really plays well with the Hoppus vocals. The past is only the future with the light on, baby. So yeah, Baby Come On is a really good song. I think it was possibly a single, not sure. But the past is only the future with the lights on. Quit crying your eyes out, baby. Wait, quit crying your eyes out. Quit crying your eyes out. Baby, come on. Isn't there something familiar about me? The past is only the future with the lights on. Yeah, so that's Baby Come On. Check it out. Mark sings better than I do. Guarantee it. And he loses he runs out of breath just like I do too, though. The title track. Wow, track number 3. This is New Heights of pop punk rock pleasure. I can't stress enough how this album takes the best parts of Blink-182 and boils it down into something even better. Pop punk joy. Last breaths taken away are some of the lyrics. There was a music video for this title track, When Your Heart Stops Beating, and I suggest checking it out. A lot of fun. After liking and subscribing to me, of course. The title track is I'll be there when your heart stops beating. I'll be there when your last breath's taken away. In the dark where there's no one listening. In the times when we both get carried away. So yeah, very fun, very Blink-182 type title track when your heart stops beating. The next song is called Little Death, and the title is kind of a joke, where Little Death is there's a saying in another language that sort of implies two people becoming one. So it could be kind of a throwback to the Blink-182 joke songs or joke titles of albums and things like that. It's a slower song on the album, yet the lyrical excitement and emotion from Mark just has this thing firing on all cylinders. You feel like you're traveling through a lonely universe with a broken man desperately trying to find his place in a relationship that is not going well. I told you about the title. It sort of, kind of takes you back to Blink-182 in an idea, but not really sound. A little death makes life more meaningful. I stand no chance at all. A little death makes life more meaningful. Yeah, check out Little Death for sure. The next song is called 155. And someone online says that Mark says this song is called 155 because it has a rhythm of 155 beats per minute. I need to investigate this. The best song that Mark Hoppus has ever written, period. This is, and let's see, I've got the lyrics, some of the lyrics here. Go listen to this song right now. 155 by Plus 44. That's a lot of numbers for the greatest song ever, but it really is. Subscribe to me and then run out and listen to 155. It's just beautiful in every way. This is not the time or place for us to speak like this. If I had the thought, I'd never dream of it. So dry your hollow eyes and let's go down to the water. In a different time or place, the words could make more sense. Future world, the future wouldn't make a dent. So dry your hollow eyes and let's go down to the water, even though it's the last time. Please let's not speak, don't breathe a word, even though it's the last time. It's a oh my gosh, it just breaks my heart in all the right ways. 155, please listen to it. Please listen to it now. I demand it. My chihuahua demands it. Anyway, the next song is Lillian, and it's quite possibly a song about Tom DeLonge, like extremely negative song about you're twisting the knife in my stomach. Could refer to Tom's treatment of Mark. So long forgotten friends. No, you don't know the difference between love and submission, and I'm not that obedient. It's really just a song about the destruction and the anger between Mark and Tom. Mark really loves his band and he wants them to continue. And I feel like, and there's nothing wrong with one person wanting to do something else, but he was holding Mark and Travis back from doing things that they wanted to do because he was just kind of keeping the band in limbo. So, something had to be done. And I completely agree with Blink-182 for continuing on, even though it was Tom's band. It is what it is. If my band wanted to continue without me, even though I'm the only member, that would be okay with me. And it should be okay with you. Okay? You guys are lovely. I love you. Okay? I love you guys. I love my YouTube community. I'm so alone. Like and subscribe, people. Anyway, so moving on from that bitter song, Cliff Diving is finally a happy moment in the album. It gives your despondent heart a break. Gave my despondent heart a break. These guys do happy just as well as they do sad, which is tremendously. A summer banger of a song. If you want a fun rocker, this is a promise of summer. Let's seal it with a kiss. La 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 la. How did it get to this? Bum 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 bum. That's Cliff Diving. Lot of fun. If you don't want to listen to the depressing stuff, check out Cliff Diving first, or When Your Heart Stops Beating. Those are more upbeat songs. Then this is where we get the interlude, and I usually am not a fan of interludes, intros, remixes, or the like, but this interlude doesn't really mess up the flow of the album. It's a beautiful instrumental, and it sort of stays with the mood and pace of the kind of rocky relationships. Man, this whole thing is about rocky relationships. just anger and sadness and death and sadness and backstabbing, and then fun, summer fun, and then more sadness and endings of relationships, and then a little bit of happiness at the end, and a little bit of a promise of things getting better. There's sort of a light at the end of the tunnel. When I'm looking at the entire track list, I just kind of gave a rundown of like if this were a like a concept album almost. It kind of has that feeling. Concept album about I hate Tom DeLonge. That could have been the name of this album. That would have been kind of that would have been nasty. But then you get Weatherman. Weatherman is definitely one of those really harsh. It's a real hidden gem. It's a slow burner. I'm dying. I'm trying to leave. Let me slip away. I'm barely holding on. Every now and then I feel the end of us. I love the way you breathe inside my hand. But something's gotta give. I'm barely holding on. It's heartbreaking. I have some like personal, emotional connections to this song. Someone thought that I intended for the lyrics to be towards them. It's an emotional cornerstone in a massive bridge that lays Mark's heart out across the ocean. That's what I wrote in my lyrical prowess here. Travis Barker takes the drumming to new heights here, making the punch packed even harder hitting. This is how Blink-182 should have continued. Blink-182 should have just been thrown in the trash, and Plus 44 should have just kept on going. And if Tom wanted to join Plus 44, they could have let him be a backup singer, a backup dancer, anything but a guitarist or vocalist, because he can't do either one of those things well. Sorry, Tom. I love some of your music, but you're not, I don't know. You found a UFO, so that's cool. I'm not hating on Tom too much. Whatever. I don't know. I kind of take Mark and Travis's side on the Blink-182 issue. Definitely. I feel like Tom was just in the wrong. Okay. No, it isn't. This song is 100% about Tom DeLonge. And when people ask Mark if it was, he would say, no, it isn't. This song is... this is the story of Blink-182's destruction. And yes, it paints Tom as the villain. While every side to a story, while there's more than one side to every story, I really, like I said, I'm on Team Mark. 100%. Talk is cheap, and my mouth is filled with blood from trying not to speak. So search for an excuse and someone to believe you in foreign dressing rooms. I'm empty with the need to curse my enemies forever. Let's slit our wrist and burn down something beautiful. This desperation is leaving me overjoyed, with fading lights that lead us past the lives that we destroyed. Please understand, this isn't just goodbye. This is I can't stand you. Yeah, those are some harsh words for Tom DeLonge. This isn't just goodbye. This is I can't stand you. You burned the bridge. You destroyed your friendship with us. You've ruined our career. You've ruined our job. This isn't just goodbye. This is I can't stand you. It's pretty harsh. Some of the meanest, angriest vocals I've ever heard from Mark. And it's awesome. Love it. Keep up the Tom hate, people. I'm just kidding. I'm a fan of Tom. We're not going to bash Tom here. But then the album kind of has another upbeat moment in Make You Smile. And Not sure. Again, we're going back to this Carol Heller vocalist. And she is, this song is a duet. Make You Smile is a duet between her and Mark. And if you found yourself missing the vocal trade-offs of Blink-182, where it's sort of Mark, Tom, Mark, Tom, Tom, Mark, Tom, Mark, Mark, Tom, whoever, Matt Skiba, Mark, Matt Skiba, Mark, Matt Skiba, Mark. If you missed that, then you'll enjoy this one. Carol does a fantastic job here. Her and Mark talk about making each other smile. And yeah, this one will make you feel whole again if you miss those traded vocals. Excuse me. I only want to make you smile. I only want to make you smile. So, despite this album being kind of dark and grim, the end of it sort of, there is a light at the end of the tunnel as you get past No It Isn't. Then you get into Make You Smile, which is a nice duet. And then the album ends on Chapter 13, the 13th song on the album. Kind of cool that it's called Chapter 13. And it's the end of the Plus 44 saga, at least for now. Right? Probably forever, but at least for now. The song leaves me wanting more, which is what a perfect album closer is supposed to do, right? It's supposed to really hook you for that sophomore album, right? I'm scraped and sober, but there's no one listening. The song is, there's some real lyrical prowess in this thing that just hadn't been heard in Blink-182 before. And if you guys don't mind, we're going to jump into the booklet a little bit and deep dive into some of these great lyrics. There's a lot of thanks in here. Really cool, really appreciative band. All songs are 2006 Hi, My Name is Mark. Kind of reminds me of The Room a little bit saying that. Interscope Records. All the lyrics were written by Mark and all the music was written by everyone. If you guys don't know, I'm reading this in Pete Townshend's book right now. A lot of bands choose to have all the songs credited to the entire band, because if one person is writing the songs, then that person will get an incredible amount of money in comparison to the rest of the band. So it's hard to say who writes what in bands. If the credits say all songs written by Plus 44, that means that all four guys, and possibly even Carol Heller, received equal payment. And if it says all songs written by Mark Hoppus, that means that the other band members aren't getting paid. So I'm not sure how it breaks down if one person writes the lyrics and the rest of the band writes the music. But this is definitely lyrics by Mark and music by the band. So that's kind of cool, kind of an interesting way to write. But the lyrics are just amazing, and this is all Mark. I wake up at the end of a long, dark, lonely year. It's bringing out the worst in me. I hear your voice start breaking in fear when the lights go down. That's the first song. We're just going to skim through Baby Come On. She's a pretty girl. She's always falling down. And I think I just fell in love with her, but she won't ever remember. When Your Heart Stops Beating, the title track. She says it all without a thought in her head. She says it all as she's pressed up against me. A little something just to take off the edge. A little more and I'll fall off this planet entirely. Just some of the greatest lyrics I've ever heard from Mark Hoppus from Blink-182. And you guys know that we were talking about how this band was sort of created from the hatred or, bitter feelings by the band. And we're going to do something special for you guys. Got to get a shoe rack. It's my composer's table sometimes for these videos. And we're going to do something beautiful for you guys. We're going to burn down something beautiful. Are you guys ready for some rock and roll? Some real bitter, bitter, bitter rock and roll. It's going to be so bitter You guys are going to be bitter after you hear this. This is going to make you so bitter for the rest of your life after watching this YouTube video. I got my Dean acoustic guitar here, nice and beat up. I got my capo on there on the second. You guys don't care about that. You guys only care about listening to plus 44, right? And that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to play you some acoustic plus 44. This is the song about hating Tom DeLonge. Is it about Tom DeLonge? No, it isn't. Please understand, this isn't just goodbye. This is I can't stand you. This is where the road crashed into the ocean. Rises all around me. Now we're barely breathing. 1,000 faces I've chosen to ignore. Curse my enemies forever. Let's let our rest and burn out something beautiful. This desperation is leaving me overjoyed. With fatal lies that lead us past the lives that we destroyed. I got hate for somebody. I listen to you cry. I cry for less attention. But my hands are tied and I'm pushed into the deep end. I listen to you talk, but your talk is cheap. My mouth is filled with blood from trying not to speak. So search for an excuse, someone to believe you. In foreign dressing rooms, I'm empty with the need to. Yes, my enemies forever. Let's let our rest and burn out something beautiful. This desperation is leaving me overjoyed. With fading lights that lead us past the lives that you destroy. Curse my enemies forever. Let's let our rest and burn out something beautiful. My desperation is leaving me overjoyed. With fading lights that lead us past the lives that you destroyed. They run in where I fall. I'm dead from bad intentions, suffocated and embalmed. And now all our dreams are cast in. You swore you wouldn't lose it. Lost your brain. You make a sound that feels like pain. So please understand, this isn't just goodbye. This is I can't stand you. Thank you guys. Have a good night. It's been a blessing. Thanks. Bye.